Okay, so somehow I was able to glitch out of the train while chasing Ardyn. So I have not triggered the train quest yet. And looking by the map direction, I'm pretty close to chapter 10 over here. Pretty sure I can't save. Let's see what happens if I follow the train rails. That's always safest. I came from that way after all. According to Ardyn, time is frozen right now. There's no collision anywhere. I am not going to be able to salvage this. So the dungeon itself is supposed to be around this way. Expecting an infinite load, but we'll see. Yeah, let's follow the rails. It's a little bit longer, but feels like the right thing to do. Even if I can't collide with them, it will eventually lead me back. Just gonna go at the slowest speed, in case I somehow deload. Or infinite load, I should say. I guess the only ground would have been by the train. Actually, where are my party members right now? Yeah, so they're by the train. Amusing. This way. Let's not get lost. Just gonna follow the tracks. Being so close to the Chapter 10 dungeon, I would think this is a lot safer than going out of bounds up here, where the train battle begins. Not expecting much, but this is the first time pulling this off. If I can somehow enter the dungeon, and especially reach that campground, that's the most desired outlook. Yeah, the environment is a bit fuzzy, but time is frozen. Like it's 5 AM. Yeah, but to be fair, even when I escape from the train sequence, time doesn't move there. Is that another train on the track? And I'm going the right way. So no collision. Odd reflections in the water. Huh. almost looks like the same train. That's interesting. Still no collision. The icon of where I'm supposed to go is a little awkward. I don't know what causes that sort of glitch. That structure is a little familiar. Okay, yeah, so in the right place, I can see the tree over there. So the station should be around this area. But I mean, with no collision, I'm not going to find it. Okay, well, it's still interesting. We'll still fly around until the game crashes. No saving. Dungeon should be here, so... Well, it's probably just going to be a square in the sea, but let's have a look. Okay. Collision as expected. After the train explosion, there is actually collision here, but you still can't save. Yep, that's a familiar square. Very ancient run in the death cycle would have led you to it. No longer. I wonder if I'll still be able to see that sort of grass and shrubbery there. No sign. Oh no, it's there. Interesting. Multiple layers. So the game would load if you pause it in the background, but not enough. Not enough to actually load the dungeon. You can see a little bit of spackling there in the background, but both these characters aren't around. So eventually the game will just load me back. I already did this with Gralea and knocked them out. To be fair, this is more grass than I remember. Pretty sure there's no collision at the bottom. Nope. Okay. Alright, we got this far. I'm gonna make my way back and just go the opposite way. Check out Tenebrae. But I'm not gonna go as slowly. So if I was to go down the tracks after the train explosion, that would give me an infinite load. But it seems like when you're choosing Ardyn, that doesn't happen. This was the decoy train, right? Yeah. Wait a second, oh no. I'm mistaken, the decoy train was over here. This is the real train. Okay, I don't want to go inside because I don't want to end up triggering the Ardyn thingy. A little bit of an invisible wall here. Okay, over that. Still no collision. Nope. That's where the battle takes place. It won't show up on the map. Why is the tag always there, though? I don't know. I'm gonna keep following the tracks as intended. I would be annoyed if I somehow got kicked to the train sequence. You know, for speed science. Okay, so there's yet another train over here. So that means the train isn't even moving. You just can teleport a train to train. I didn't know that. Okay. So now we're gonna slowly make our long way down the track towards Tenebrae. So this does work after flipping out of the Chapter 11 train explosion. The place I've never gotten far enough to visit is the Gorovoros Rift, whatever it's called. This place. Gorovas Rift. At some point the train tracks actually cut off after Tenebrae. Get through the tunnel isn't a problem. Not this tunnel at least. Still no collision. This second tunnel is a little more awkward. Okay, I can still see the enemies caked along the side. They're not real enemies. Where did I get that food buff from? Must have been when my sequence broke. Oh yeah, because to get to the proper save file I was in Ravito after I slept, just to have a convenient autosave to work off of. Interestingly, I've saved in a bunch of different spots, and they all send me to this Chapter 11 cutscene. And I'm talking about west of Ravito to south of Altacia, all along that seaboard. Doesn't matter, it sends you back here. I can't save anywhere north, because that just gives me an infinite load screen. And if I go east, that puts me to Insomnia. So I wish I could get to north somehow, because then that might put me at the Tenebrae cutscene, and at least there's a ground to save on. What is 11 miles away from me? Tenebrae. Yeah, see. That's okay, you're not supposed to be out on the field during this cutscene. In any sense of direction. Alright, there's the tunnel. I'll keep hovering, just for a little bit. There should be grass and shrubbery by Tenebrae 2. Super weird why I have not hit the infinite load though. Based on position, I'm farther than I should be. Just gotta judge by my map where's the right spot. Where's the bit of grass? Yeah, there are the trees. This is where I would be walking off of Aranea. No dice. Alright, Alright, this is the last time I could actually mess with the camera. Yeah, so Prompto is probably stuck in the train car, while the other guys were temporarily brought out of the party, looking for the Gralea. So yeah, I can move around, but nothing to show for it. What happened to my trees? Yeah, they'll be back. They'll be back. There they are. Just trees, no ground. So can't save. Alright, let's just keep following the rail, I guess, and then that will have to guide me. But by the time this rail ends, that's when I typically get my infinite load. If it doesn't, we'll just keep going all the way to the end. Get comfy. Okay, we're past that. So I've never followed the rails this far before. If I wanted to play it super safe, I would go underneath the water, but then the brightness is super extreme. This kind of terrain generation is what I expect. You can lead from out of bounds. Okay, rails up again. Going kind of straight. I think that's that marker is from the original train station. So I'm just gonna have to use the minimap to guide me. Although if I hadn't gotten the infinite load now, I'm not really worried about accidentally triggering it. There's the rail. So on the mini-map it tells me that I'm going in the right way, but in the real world I don't see an icon to follow except that first one from way back when. Interesting terrain generation. It's like a window is on screen. Sure, this is through the floor. Yep. The only bit of solid ground would be at that first train when I escaped from Ardyn, but I'm like 99% sure I wanted to be able to save there. Even the minimap has gotten a bit pixelated. Yeah, this is slow, but I don't want to risk anything. The lamps are back. Am I getting close to the rift then? I'm getting there. You would probably see these in the cutscene. I'm not good at making straight lines, so just keep adjusting. Another tunnel, eh? Well, since everything had no collision, I shouldn't be worried. Bloom. Sometimes you can trick the game into the lighting that it produces. It's not useful, but ooh, that's snowy. Welcome to Prompto DLC in the future. This is still 1.0. Please do load, slowly but surely. I wonder if I'll be able to recognize where that Deathclaw battle takes place. Still getting there. I'm Peter Pan. Nothing catches my eye. Just terrain. Shall I pick up the speed? My guess is that there should be Shiva's body over here. Alright, we're in this area. Alright, we'll just keep going all the way to the end of the line. I'm not surprised that there's nothing loaded. I'm surprised that I haven't stop-walked yet into my infinite load. It happens so often. So why does it happen before the main Chapter 11 battle? Maybe because the game doesn't treat me that I've entered any kind of battle yet? I mean, theoretically, everything here is just backdrop terrain, so there's no collision. Giant mountain, yeah, it's gonna be Zegnatus. I've seen Royal Edition Out of Bounds. So this is vaguely familiar. Oh! Tunnel loaded for me. Oh, nice. Let's take our time. No collision. Nope. Yeah, I recall that as well, the black square. Isn't this where I'm driving the Gralea to get to Zegnatus? Super cool. There should be a giant city here, right? Right, end of the line. Well, we made it. That's Gralea. I guess I'll see what's at the bottom here. Okay, invisible wall, that's interesting. It doesn't let me go below. I go over and around. I'm amazing if this would be treated as a ground though. Kind of like how I stayed at the open ocean. don't think the game lets me get any better. I'm definitely beyond the circle. I don't want to get lower. No luck. Alright. Don't forget about this. Let's just go way back to the train. Gonna be a long journey, but we'll get there. 13 miles. I'm gonna take the actual straight away instead of the long way around. So you can see some mountains, I guess. If anything, I should be trying to force an infinite mode now. You get the odd black square coming into the mini-map. As if Gralea was a partially loaded continent. Alright, you get a little bit of a town here. This one is the one outside of Cartonica, right over here. Let's see if I can find that train. The one that I so rudely ran away from. What is this supposed to be? A crane? Odd placement, but okay. Yeah, I'm just flying around kind of randomly now. I'll find my place eventually. Where was the train? It was around here, wasn't it? So you gotta go backwards. Unless they somehow deloaded it. Oh, they're not looking at the proper train track. It's over here. So now there's ground. I still can't say. The train has cleared. Ardyn, where are you? Can't even figure out where the train is. Gotta go up through the bottom. Okay. Is this the right boxcar? The door's not open, so probably not. Don't know if I can escape. Anyway, that was fun. Alright, I'll give up there.